Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Greg Cruz, aka G-Bo, ex-gang member from Skyline. Some of you may have seen me on Big Herc's Prison Talk page. You can now follow me on n.w.s on YouTube. Subscribe to me, and you can follow my story as I continue to show all the different aspects of prison as well as what happens when you get out of prison and how I finally turned my life around. So let me just start by this. At the age of 14, I was in junior high and started smoking marijuana and selling marijuana. Um, Eventually, a couple years later, I started gang banging. Like I said, I'm an ex-gang member from Skyline. That turned into hustling, gang banging, and going to school. Three things that don't really mix. The good stuff don't mix with the bad stuff. Eventually, that turned into all bad. Um, One of my first missions I went on, the big homie took us and we went up into a Crip neighborhood and shot up an alley. I don't know what happened after that, if there was any victims or not, to be honest with you. And yes, I was scared to death. That was my first mission. Another mission was out there in the Linda Vista area back in the late 70s, and they just came out with a Crip gang. And my homeboy apparently been out there before, and they spotted his car. So this time we was out there in the evening, and they uh, followed us. They seen his car and they started busting on us. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And you hear the bullets flying underneath the car. We yelling and all that shit, and they turning corners. We shook them finally, and then we went on foot patrol on one of the hangout spots, and we didn't find them that night. So a couple weeks later, we told all the rest of the homies. We rounded up about 20 of us when we went back out there. But before we went out there, the homie said, "Hey man, look, we're gonna go to this store. We're gonna go up in there. Everybody go in the back. We're gonna grab all the alcohol we can grab. Nobody run, none of that shit. We walking in, we walking out. We ain't paying for shit." And that's what we did. It's crazy, man. The cashier was scared to death, man. But 20 brothers walking up in there and grabbing everything. We went up to Skyline Park, got to drinking and smoking, and then it was time to go put in some work. So then we went out, we mobbed out to about 4 cars deep, mobbed out to their little spot in Linda Vista, parked in the back parking lot, and started walking towards the front. And one of the homies took off on the first person he seen. I'm like, blood, that ain't even a gang man. That was a white dude, you know what I mean? But man, they just started whooping on him, and I don't know how or I did it, but I went in there and slipped his wallet, without throwing a punch. After I got his wallet, I tried to tell our carload, man, let's bounce, man, let's get up out of here, man. So we shook the spot, went back to the set. On our way back, I'm counting the money out, in the back seat. I stashed about $240 in my pocket, and they gave everybody in our car $20 each. That's the scandalous shit that we do. You know what I mean? But when I got back, one of the big homies, man, I see you get that wallet, man. Where it's at? I turned in to him. It was only about $10 I left up in there. So credit cards or whatever. He did what he had to do with that. Third mission, man, turned all bad, man. We went out there to get a hot model. For those that don't know what that is, that's the stolen car. So we're going out there to get the hot model and come back to the set and pull a robbery the next day. Unfortunately, it all went bad, man, and we got caught up. Guy ended up getting killed. We didn't get caught that day. We got the hot model and pulled a robbery even after that. I don't know what the fuck. We was on some dumb shit, man. That's, we was young and dumb, doing dumb shit. And unfortunately, those are things that happen when you do wrong. It can go to the south all the way fast, quick, and in a hurry. So we pulled a robbery the next day after all that. 3 days later after we pulled the robbery, we got away with the robbery, by the way. 3 days later, though, I'm out in front of my yard playing with my little twin brothers. They were 6 years old at the time. And the homicide detectives came right up to me and snatched my little ass up, man. I'm like, what the fuck's going on, you know? And you know, they all of a sudden they know everything, you know. But that's how it go. So then, man, look, I'm facing all day as a youth, man, and I had to take a deal to get to the California Youth Authority, which meant that they can let me go at 25. Some of you may have seen my story on Big Herc's channel that explained how that works, man. But it's a cold thing, man. How you can get caught up. Third mission went all bad, man. So, you know, a lot of times you find out that, you know, the gangbanging stuff is the biggest mistake, personally for me, biggest mistake I ever made in my life. You know, because I was an athlete, but I was a weekend gangbanger, you know, tucking my flag when I came in. Mom didn't know what I was doing, you know what I mean? You know, good athlete, ran track. We was CIF champs 3 years in a row in high school. But right out the gate, out of the high school, start, you know, fucking up completely, man, doing everything ass backwards. So follow me as I tell these stories, and I'm gonna show you how for years I got caught up in the system, eventually worked my way through at an older age, got wise, and got out of that all the madness that I endured, you know. And most of it, almost all of it, is self-inflicted, man, because we got choices in life. Some of us just make the wrong choice and bad decisions, and it costs us years and tears. So follow me again, I appreciate it, on N.W.S, and look for the scope. You're gonna see a scope just like what's on my shirt right here. Look for that, and you can follow me as I continue to share my stories and interview others that have stories that are similar to mine. But eventually you're gonna see how we turned our lives around, and we're doing good things with the community. So follow me. Thank you for your support. Follow me on YouTube again. Excuse me again. Follow me on YouTube, N.W.S. You can see some amazing stories and transformations. Thank you.